let's jump in. I have
everything.
made two decisions. The first is because my father just showed up in the Temple of the Sun, and as we saw in that video, which I called out with the time code, as we were just talking about, what he did while he was here, he actually changed this environment. And that is a clue that you might need to check out the environment that he changed, but it's very obvious when you go see what he did. There was another clue. He actually
Sounded like something.
breaks the Sphinx over here. So now I can pick up this object, the talisman, which I think has no use in this game, but I can also get to this exciting area, which I think is a very, very important area actually for the endgame. These 8 tablets, I think, are clues to the locations of the pieces of the mantra. I'm going to go ahead and read them off in sequence. There's, of course, one missing, so I think there is a clue somewhere else, and I think that might actually have to do with the text that we scanned in the Tower of the Goddess, but I'm not sure. So let me go ahead and read these, and then I'll explain what's going on here that I think. And again, I haven't solved this puzzle, so this is a lot speculation. So this says, the first mantra is in the corridor, the entrance to the never-ending corridor. Now, the reason I think these are descriptions of pieces of the mantra is I've actually gotten this piece of the mantra, and it appears on the tablet at the beginning of the endless corridor. So I think this is one of these clues that I've solved. I don't know why it shows up. Eventually in the game it just shows up and I'm able to collect this one and this one only. So maybe you need to do them in order or something, but the rest of the puzzle eludes me. This tablet says the second mantra is at the foot of the twins, at the tip of the feet that connect the two. I'm not very confident I know where this is referring to. The twins, of course, is referring to, I think, the labyrinth, but I don't know what the tip of the feet that connects the two is. I'm thinking it means the lower part of the labyrinth where the front and the back are connected, but it's a little fuzzy. This one says the third mantra is on the path leading outside at the side of Hell's Gatekeeper. And this is referring to a location where we haven't been yet, but it's very obvious where that will be when we get there. This says, recite the mantra correctly. Let us seal Tiamat, Baphomet, Palanque, V, Bahamut, Elmac, Sakit, and Amphisbaena. Of course, those are the lists of the bosses in the game. So maybe some of it is I need to collect a piece of the mantra and recite it to seal a particular character, like maybe because I can get the first piece, I need to use that to seal Tiamat. So maybe I recite it in Tiamat's room, or I recite it to Tiamat's wedge. I haven't solved any of that. And I think I've tried all of those things, but I'm certainly willing to try them more. This says the fourth mantra is inside the giant, she who stands in the land of Inferno. And this is the thing we were waiting for, right?
All right.
This one says, the fifth mantra is below the goddess, at the foot of the goddess, staring at the collapsed tower. So this kind of suggests a location in the Tower of the Goddess. That's also pretty obvious, and I will call it out. We'll probably be by there today. The seventh mantra is by the spike, atop the 5 mysterious floors. This one I haven't worked out yet either. In fact, I don't really have any idea where this is referring to. 5 mysterious floors and a spike.
Okay, and I just have to point out the order there, that it went from 5 to 7, and there was no gap, but 1 to 2 with the gap at the top.
Right.
Is not okay.
The last mantra is the sign of courage. So I think this is the trap in the first area where you jump into the spikes. I'm not 100% sure about that one either. But anyway, those are the 8 clues to the 9 mantra pieces. The other thing I've decided we're going to do today is I was going to try to hold off on flooding the tower because there is that location in the tower that gets covered in water, and I'm not sure it's critical that we get in there before I do that. I don't think this game has any soft locks, but I really don't have any idea. But I was thinking about what we need to do next, and I will be have a little bit of an easier time if I actually flood the tower early. So I'm going to treat our last save from last session as like the save before the tower, and hopefully I'll remember at the end of this session to save in a different slot, and that will be our save after we flood the tower, because I'm going to flood the tower immediately. Now the tower clues are pretty funny. I actually wrote them down so I can call it out, but the clues to where the mechanisms for sending water to the tower are. The original text was, the lake created by Migella and Futo. Ribu carries the water to the tower. The place where the finger points, an Anunnaki refuses to gaze upon. So those last two are the clues, and I will show you what they mean momentarily. Just going to return to the spring in the sky a little bit, because there was a statue of Anunnaki here, as you'll recall. I said he was Oannes, which was wrong. So apparently I don't remember everything about this game. Anyway, here's the statue of Anunnaki. And we're going to go to the place he refuses to gaze upon, which means just walk through this wall here to the right. And now we can get down here, and these have been revealed, so I can whack on this, and it will send some water to the tower. And we're going to do that for the other side as well. In fact, I don't need to do that here. I'm headed next to the Land of the Giants, the Mausoleum of the Giants, and now we're going to look for the place where the finger points. And the solution to this puzzle is obvious, but the mechanism for solving the puzzle is not obvious, and I actually spent a very long time trying to solve this one. One of the longer times I was stuck in this game was not thinking to do this. So in here there is a statue of one of the giants. I don't remember which, but it's not important. And he's pointing over here to the right. Now what that means actually is that we need to get into this pot. So I had been breaking that pot and then unable to solve the puzzle. But in that pot is a teleporter to the second sluice gate, and now we can go back to the Tower of the Goddess, and it should be filled with water. Oops, that's Spring in the Sky. Where is the Tower of the Goddess? There it is. So that makes these things come out of the wall, among other changes in this zone. But these will let us, if I defeat them, move the goddess statues in the upper part so we can take some of the other exits.
These are the flying ones, and I remember there was something about the order of these.
Well, it just kind of said, like, defeat the one on the right to go right and defeat the one on the left to go left, and that's kind of an accurate depiction of what we're going to do.
Okay.
But you can just kind of defeat them both, and that's fine. I say as I'm having trouble catching up to this one. Don't go, you're almost dead. No, that's terrible. Hey,
Don't
elevator, show up. An elevator? Oh, there it is.
So, Nord just arrived, and I'll give you the quick recap. We got to that room with the 8 tablets that describe the mantra pieces. We have all those written down now.
Hi, Chris. You're a little faint tonight.
I had computer troubles.
Don't do that.
Okay, so we defeated those 2 things, but I think that actually means we can progress through the statues at the top of the tower already. In fact, I'm not going to bother to climb up. I'm just going to teleport up. And there should be... Where do those show up? Not here, not here. I thought they showed up at the top. Maybe I need the Eye of Truth. That's interesting. I usually get the eye of truth before I do that, so that was a little bit of out of order there. So we're going to go to this area that is now flooded. And we'll be able to make some progress upward here. After we get some money. Chris, I was telling Shane, since you prematurely solved the weight clue puzzle, I neglected to, and I definitely should have asked you to do the math part of it, so we didn't have to do that on the fly tonight. But that's all right. I have the solution written down.
Okay, I didn't see the math part. Did you guys do that tonight?
No, that is so. The clue you pre-translated about the weights associated with the attributes is part of the Balance the Spirits puzzle.
Yeah.
So you got all of the weights that was on that tablet, and then the solution to the puzzle is to distribute them along with my weight in a way so they're equal. But again, we don't actually have to do that on the fly. I have the solution written down from a previous solution. The path is blocked by an illusion of goddess statue. Canst thou distinguish what is true? That might actually be a clue that I needed the Eye of Truth to get past the goddess statues. The Eye of Truth is on this area, so I will have it momentarily. This. It says, challenge the Chamber of Birth, clutch the golden key, and pass through the place where we were born. So that's talking about using the golden key to fight the boss in the Chamber of Birth. Anywho, that lever I pressed opened something way below me. Not this. Maybe that. But there's something at the bottom as well. There. Stupid. Bukaka or whatever they're called. I hope I'm not being offensive by playfully messing up the names of those things because they're complicated to pronounce.
I'm glad I never have to say it.
Alright, so now we have the Eye of Truth, so now we can actually see those guys, which makes them only slightly less annoying. But I think that means we can also see, well, let's find out. If I teleport over here, do I now see some handy levers? I see a chest, that's new. I don't remember where the levers are. Oh, they're probably up top. They're probably by the goddess statues. Yes, maybe? Yes. So I guess I actually needed the Eye of Truth to see these levers. I will jump on them a little bit. I think that one's down as far as it's going to go. I wish this guy would stop hitting me. Yep, seems like. There should be another one over here. That should let me open that chest. Which will let me get the flying machine, the airplane model. So that's actually going to make the goddess statues disappear completely. And we now have many, many, many other paths to exit this zone.
So I see a hint of a door right above you there. Was that covered?
Yeah, so I don't really fully understand what causes that to open, but that's a shortcut from the base of the tower to the top of the tower. And I thought it happened by falling there a bunch, but I tried that in the previous session and it didn't seem to happen. So there's some aspect of that puzzle I don't understand. It's not particularly a important thing, though.
There was a red light, green light in that room too, and somehow you changed it green.
Yeah, so as I was lowering those platforms I was jumping on, that was lowering those, like an icon on that, and when they got to the bottom they turned green. So this is another way into Zone 2, or the reverse of Zone 2, and this is the other side of that wall you asked me if there was a way to get through, Chris, the other day.
Okay.
This says, there's a cursed treasure hidden in the ruins. The curse will be cast on anyone who lays their hand on it. Take the red stone in hand and dispel the curse. And that's just indicating that I will need to get a red stone talisman in order to open some chests. Otherwise, I will receive damage. So I think...
Scan for glyphs and read that thing.
Yeah, there is something there. I need to open it, and I don't remember if I need the explosives first. I do. Okay, I can't open it yet. So it's covered by ice, so I can't actually scan it yet. But we're going to get explosives momentarily. So. Oops. Shucks. So these platforms I'm climbing on are actually levers. So I'm going to try to actually get on that one. And then we'll set off a flame jet that opened that one up so that I can ride it down and place and wait here. I'll set off a flame jet that opens that up, and I can place the weight there, and that opens a passage to the left a little bit. And I did just notice that there's another crucifix here. It's a strange place for a crucifix. I mean, I don't know what a normal place for a crucifix is, but this is kind of an out-of-the-way area. Did I read this? The spalder of the weapon-wielding goddess. It is hidden behind the goddess's gaze. Make thy way there with the small key in hand. So we already solved that one. That's how we got the spalder. It was sort of a clue to its location. This says nothing, and I can't get up yet. So that made something disappear. It made the laser in the upper right disappear. So now I can hit that dais, or jump into those spikes, or that ice. Should make the other laser disappear? No? I'm gonna have to backtrack a little bit here, seems like. Those lasers, those ice spikes have big collision volumes. I can't read this yet, but I will just confirm that. We should get the translation tonight. What's that, Chris?
There's another tablet that you keep passing up that has a mark on the bottom. It has a different mark, and so I think it might be one of your.
Oh, where have I been passing it up? Do you know?
It's in the tower room at the. It's in the tower level.
Okay, we'll head back there after I complete this puzzle. That's a useful observation. So I have to beat a boss here, and I'm kind of low on health. I wonder if I should try it.
I would go get health, yeah.
Right, this says, take your new weapon in hand and take down the wall that blocks thy way. That's sort of a clue that the grenades that we're going to acquire momentarily are going to let us break walls. And in here is a dude that just says it's cramped. I'm getting claustrophobic in here. When we were building the tower, we decorated with statues the goddesses. Although some made one copper statue in a different shape. Someone did. If I remember correctly, that person was good at using weapons. It said they hid a treasure there that could power up weapons. And really, is it just me, or is it really cramped in here? I'm not 100% sure what that means. I wonder if that's the clue to getting... We already got some weapons, something that powered up our weapons. Anyway, back to the surface and get some life. We'll pop over the tower. We need to go there anyway. Because that's where we just were. We accessed that area from the tower. May as well top off my weights while I'm here. I am definitely short. It's funny, like... It looks like I have 4 more life collectibles left. And I know where one of them is. Two of them I can think of. Which means I just casually didn't collect 2 others, and that's a little odd. I definitely am feeling a little shorter on life than I usually am at this point.
What you get for speed running?
Yeah. Alright, so we got our weights.
Visit the Elder.
Okay. Actually, that's a good call because I want to show him the talisman. Because I mentioned that it's useless. What I didn't mention at the time is that it actually gets removed from your inventory. He says, that talisman, it belonged to your father. Your father went into the ruins and ain't come back since. Seemed like he was researching something deep inside. You should look for your father's diary. I'm sure he had it with him. There may be things about what he was studying written in it. What? You saw a guy in the ruins that looked like your father? That's crazy. It's been many days since he went in. You want to hear that again? Nah. Look for the diary, alright? I'll take that off, and I can talk to him, I guess, with the hand scanner equipped. Having a tough time in these parts of the ruins? You got a wrath of God when you try to inspect the walls, don't you? But of course, if you're in an area with no eyeball murals to punish you, you can hit any wall you want. I think Chris worked that out already. Anyway, we'll head back up to the Tower of the Goddess. And you think, Chris, there's a...
Yeah, it's
Do you know
go
where
right.
it is from here?
I believe it's to your right.
Well, to the right is the way we just were. So the only place to go from here is down back into the ice area.
Well, it's lower than you currently are. I'm just not exactly sure where. So it
Okay.
must have to go left and then down.
Well, the best way down... I mean, this is where we climb the tower, so I will fall down. Oops. Maybe that door will finally open. I don't see one. That one is red, it looks like. That one looks red.
Sorry that I don't actually know directions.
That's okay. You saw it tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
I just feel like it, I don't know, I feel like it was close to where that tablet was and just down to the right, but that's not a possibility.
I haven't
There you
read
go,
that one.
That one. Yeah.
I think I can't.
That one
but
has a...
It's a different
it has
looking
a
to you?
different- Yeah.
Alright, we'll take a look at it. Maybe it is the double translation. That would be great. Part 2.
No.
Looks
Okay.
like just a normal one we can't read yet. Is that the one you were thinking of?
Yes.
Okay.
A different
At least
mark
it's
than
the
other
symbol
ones.
on the bottom of it I was thinking of.
So we'll go get our grenades. What? That was rude. Boss is actually really easy to beat when he's down on the lower parts, and he's not doing that today for some reason. Oops. Let's not get divine punishment to death, please.
You should probably heal up.
Nah.
Oh, good job.
It's a good thing you went to get the health.
Now I'll heal up.
How do you know when they're about to die? Is it just practice?
Yeah, kind of getting a feel for it. Also, had I been killed, like, because I just touched a save point, and, you know, less than a minute before, we wouldn't have lost a whole lot of progress, so sometimes it's worth just going for it. Okay, so grenades let us break some walls that we couldn't otherwise break, including the wall of ice that was blocking that clue, so I guess I'll go get that. It's not a clue, actually. It's a piece of software. Just to kind of finish up that area, and I think that then we will pass through to the reverse of Area 6. And that's maybe the last area we'll be doing tonight, so I'm probably not going to go... I mean, I'll dive in there and see what I can see, but I think we'll need to go collect a few more things to backtrack there. Let me take out these spiky bears or whatever they're supposed to be. And I will try not to waste my explosives because they are quite rare at this point in the game. But now I can do the scanning and get the software. The software you get is endgame music, so I can actually use that to listen to the soundtrack were I to put it on. Whole soundtrack player. But I'm not going to put it on because I will find other useful software. Oh, Elder says something. Elder says, explosion, explosion. It's me. It's an explosion. Have you got a hold of a bomb? If you throw the bomb, it'll fly in a slight upward arc. A slight upwards kinda arc. So you'll be in trouble if you throw it in a tight spot. You can also roll it along the ground while holding down. So this is the Chamber of Birth. I'll read this. Here we got our second translation software, or maybe our third, I guess. This says, the cycle continues. The mother destroys the ill-favored child, and gives birth to a new child. She repeats until her wish is granted. This is kind of lore stuff, and I've been purposely not connecting the dots on the lore a little bit, just to let the mystery and the twist sort of linger. But there will become a point probably tonight, because again, we actually do have a chance of getting to the very end of where I don't know how to proceed tonight. There will be a big revelation, and then I will kind of talk about it freely. So I do have to examine one of these statues, one of these murals in the background, and I don't remember which one. So I'll be examining all of them. I need to beat 6 bosses to go through there. I'm going to rush through this area because a big knife is going to come by. And I will pause to read this, which says, the wall at which the god who sustains the world points. There lies a bright light within the darkness, a bright light that will obliterate the darkness. So that's a clue to how we might be able to light up that dark area permanently, which is the thing we will also be doing tonight. Oh, there's our crucifix. I can't read that. Oh, there's the big knife. Watch out for them. This is a puzzle I can't solve. 2 puzzles I can't solve yet on this screen, actually, even though it's quite subtle. So there's a little snake here that will shoot a laser that I can't survive without the angel shield, which I won't get till much later. And also in the upper right, there's a raised platform I can't get to, but once I activate the machine that creates life, there'll be little dudes crawling around in this area, so you just kind of wait until they activate it. Thou shalt not make it with thine power. Well, alright.
I guess that's the hint that you need someone else to push the button for you.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. So this is a little bit of an interesting thing here to the right. That column I can knock down, and I'm not 100% sure how to do it, but I have done it. It's like some combination of jumping in the right spot and having already opened some key other things, I think. Like, I think I have to open this passage to the left before that's a thing. But this tilted column actually, like, you see it makes weird noises and stuff if I jump at it. But I don't know how to knock it over. And I don't need to yet, and it stopped interacting, so... We'll come back. Strike the wedge, disturb the mother's slumber, only then shall the shrine of the mother show its true form. So this is referring to those wedges again, which we keep getting told to strike, and I don't understand what that means. But up here, I'm going to read this, says, Vishnu beheaded Ashura with a weapon like a ring of light. That's a clue to use our chakram to solve a puzzle in a little bit. But here is Vishnu, and up here is a hidden lever. Gosh darn it, these ninjas are annoying. That will activate something in... Ooh, that's not ideal. I'm so close to recovering life, though. I think it's okay. I'm going to keep going. That switch will make the light that brightens up the dark zone appear. I'm going to go through a teleporter here. And I think that's a loop. There you go. I see a teleporter in the upper right in a weird location. Ah, dang it. Pallet queue slumbers inside the mural within. So that's a clue that this is stuff that will let us get to the boss pallet queue. But I'm going to take this teleporter here. That will get me inside. And weirdly, this elephant is a fast guy. And there's a teleporter here to this area, which I've been to before, but I can hit that button. And that will make the mural that the boss... can I not get back from here? Oh, here I can. That will reveal the mural that I can fight Palanque behind. That is access to another boss. And I think this just loops back. Yeah, I don't want to be here. So we are done with this zone for now. I'm gonna.
Before you leave.
Yeah.
Before you leave, go back down on the floor.
Okay.
You just opened the mural directly to your left. Why didn't you scan that one?
Like this? This is what you're asking?
No, the background art scanner.
Use the hand scanner. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. Let's see if I can find my way back there.
Sorry, I didn't know it was a maze. I thought you just went back.
Only thing it costs us is a little time and some weights. So. Yeah, it looks like an elephant over there or something. And it says nothing. Whoops, I hit the teleporter.
Really?
But it said nothing. Yeah.
Wow. At least I would have just said it's a piece of art.
Okay, back to the tower. Now we're going to head through the left goddess with so many more ways to access areas from here. This is the statue of the child. We can't... I don't think this puzzle's active, but we can't solve it yet. Anyway, we need the Lamp of Time. But we are in a strange part of the Gate of Illusion, and that is something we can't read. The upper parts, the parts we couldn't access before. I'm not sure if we can solve these puzzles yet, but I think... So there's the hand. So there was a clue a while ago, and I kind of blew past it. I didn't mean to. It was a clue about, like, praising a bird and destroying a hand, and that's actually a clue to breaking that hand there so that we can fight a bird boss. So I'm going to go in here and meet a survivor of the 5th race. I'm a stray fairy who's been ordered to protect the secret of life. I've been protecting it ever since the day it was decided that no more life shall be created. My guest, has the day come to create life again? You who possess vast wisdom and courage should know. You should be able to see what I cannot. Please free me from the secret of life. So the 5th race created life. They created the subsequent races. And they made the 6th race out of clay. Those were the melted people we saw in the one zone. Those were all members of the 6th race. I'm going to break that, which is going to reveal a... What did it reveal? Something somewhere. Oh, I bet it's up there. Now, what did it reveal? I think I kicked off the solution to these puzzles.
The treasure chest looked new in that room. It's not there before.
It may not have been. Maybe that's what I did. But I need to solve 3 puzzles to make these lasers disappear. I don't remember how to trigger the puzzles. She said the same thing. Let me backtrack. I think it's actually in the room to the right, down and to the right. I think there will be 3 tablets with the clues to the puzzles on them. Or, yep, there they are. Alright. So, the clue number 1. The grieving bird casts a spell without the mother's knowledge, so the mistakes would not be repeated, and the cycle of sadness would end. The large bird casts a spell. Should the bird die, the spell shall break, and the pillar of light shall disappear. I leave this behind and pass it down in the same state of mind as the bird in the face. The bird with the face. Clue number 2 is the wandering lizard cast off the light. Unable to bear it, he cast it off. The light he cast off was the light of the spirit, lamenting his ugly appearance. He cast it off. When the light returned to the lizard, the pillar of light will disappear. I leave this behind and pass it down because I understand how the lizard felt. And the final clue is the shining pillars are the child's feelings, the glowing feelings of the dancing child. The reason that the feelings shine lies in a very strange treasure, a wonderful treasure that is weak yet unbending. If this treasure disappears, if everything disappears all at once, then the child will be saddened and its spirit will cloud over. I leave this behind and pass it down to preserve the child's spirit. So the first 2 clues are pretty easy. Well, they're all really easy, but we need the lamp of time to solve the 3rd one. So I'm just going to go down a few screens away to... Well, here's a save point. That's nice. We'll touch the save point. But over here, where there is now a lizard on this screen, and I'm going to break this wall to reveal some light and move this box out of the lizard's way so that the lizard will come down to the light. And that's the solution to one of the puzzles.
That's a crazy solution.
There. Beating this bird is the 2nd solution. And the trick to that is you kind of have to lure him to the right there, where even if you get hit, he can't knock you off the platforms. But it is a little bit of a crapshoot. Come on. Don't you want to come over here? That's right.
Well,
I guess we'll get some life. Or we can come back later since we can't solve the third puzzle anyway. There's a third way we can go in the Tower of the Goddess. Let's go there just so I recollect exactly where that leads us. And then we're actually probably going to return to the Labyrinth of the Twins. Very nice. Can't hit that dais until we have the Lamp of Time either. Ooh, I just got 5 explosives. That's great.
It's quite a drop. So there's the icon of the Truth Eye on the right. Was that?
I think it just indicates
before.
There was a dais there that didn't appear until we collected it. So I think it's just a reminder like, hey, revisit these areas. Alright, this is also part of the reverse of the 6th zone, the Chamber of Birth. I need the cog to access something here. Okay, it says, this land where life is born, praise life, and the large clay doll is born. A clay doll that protects the golden key. And in here, I can actually... it says, Tiamat's child will regenerate with no end as long as Tiamat's dimensional powers remain intact. Find a way to destroy the dimensional powers. Okay, that is true. We cannot defeat Tiamat's children until... okay, I need the woman statue for that solution. We cannot defeat Tiamat's children until we get a special item that breaks the her powers over them. Otherwise, they remain immortal. Alright, I need the skull to get in there, so there's not a whole lot I can do here yet. Alright, women cultivate life, men put their lives on the line to get women. Beyond the many corpses, a woman waits. I do have the serpent staff. I can solve that one. But I can't get there from here. Be prepared for death. Women shall not yield to he who flees. Overcome with courage and wisdom. So that's a clue that you're going to wind up in a pit that has a bunch of spikes descending on you, and you're not to run away there. And here is birth. I think I need the woman there as well. I missed my jump here. And this corridor loops on itself endlessly. I'm trying to not bonk my head on that platform and actually jump across. There we go. Teleport here. There's a lot. This area is quite the maze. Oh, that took me back here. Whoops. Took me back here. Whoops. That was unusual. I expected to go somewhere else. Let me try that one more time. See if I can figure out what, if anything, I screwed up. I can't break this yet. I have to do it from the other side. Oh, that's not good. Please land on something. Nope. If you don't land on something, you have to teleport out of here. So this place is useless. We'll go back to the Labyrinth of the Twins. But I will return there when I have a lot more stuff. Money's burning a hole in my pocket, so this will be good. There's an opportunity to spend on a few things in there. Labyrinth of the Twins. I found the front of the labyrinth, so return to the front, and we'll be going to the back. And did I get a map yet? No map yet. But the front and the back of the Labyrinth of the Twins are connected in one large zone, which is why I said to Shane as we were examining clues to the locations of the mantra, I think that one of the mantra pieces is located in this area near the bottom where the zones are connected. But I'm a little fuzzy on that one.
The specific hint is that the object is between the twins where the feet point at each other or something. At the feet where they link.
Whoops.
No, something about the feet of the twins.
Went to the outer wall. I think that's okay. My opportunities to get back will be a little bit slim. Alright, here's one. I'm actually going to tag another save point near here soon, which is actually way more convenient for navigating this zone. Okay, but over here is a shop where I can actually spend to buy an upgrade. This says, the power to stop time. For thine eyes only will time flow. Even things too quick to be seen will become visible. And this says nothing. I can't make that jump.
It translated something.
I can buy the bracelet. What did you translate that was related?
One of the tablets, like, too quick for the eyes.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Oh, yeah, now I can break pots quickly. That's a really nice thing. That says nothing. Here's the other save point. Oops. Behold the twin labyrinths, the soul... I'm sorry. I ran from that alligator, even though he wasn't going to get me while I was reading. The soul of the twins dwell here. So this is where they're connected near the bottom, I think. So I think the mantra would be somewhere around here. But I haven't solved that clue. 5 witches plus 1 more will gather, at which point Baphomet will be summoned. And that's a clue to fighting Baphomet requires you to defeat 4 witches and then leave 1. Oh gosh. Well, we just saved a moment ago. I knew there were squishy things around here and was careless. Did I finish what I was explaining? There are 5 witches and you kill them, or 4 witches and you kill them, and the 5th witch shows up and you don't kill it. Is the secret to fighting Baphomet. made it through. Reveal the light to the grieving twins. So this is the clue to hit the twins with the flare, which I said I didn't really understand previously. Reveal light to a world destroyed. The hero confers light upon the twins as they hold up the world. That's referring to fire the flares at the twin statues that are in the lower parts of this zone. And we did the one on the right. Now I'm about to do the one on the left.
Does it also relate to lighting that dark zone permanently?
No. Actually, we've solved that puzzle, so I can go back and do that. Now, wait. Why didn't that hit? Maybe higher? There it goes. Hit him in the head. I thought you had hit him in the back. This says there is a god that controls death. There's a god that observes life. The words that seal these powers were entrusted to an innocent girl. And that's a clue to talk to Mulbrook to get the Book of the Dead. So over here, and there will be a clue about this. It might actually be this clue. Let me take out the enemies here. Is a puzzle that can't be solved. Those that created this contraption are fools. They mistakenly created a puzzle that could not be solved, but after all this time it has been rewritten. Those who fail to solve this puzzle shall be punished. So this is a double clue. The first part of the clue indicates that as it kind of appears, it is not possible to solve this puzzle the way it is designed, because I can't get behind this block to push it right. The other part of that clue is if I try to bypass the puzzle by just jumping up to that ledge, which I can reach, I will suffer divine punishment. But thankfully, because I now have grenades, I can just blow up this wall up here and solve the puzzle anyway. So I'll be pushing this block here. This block. Don't worry, I can actually get down there. Here. And finally, this guy. And yay, we have solved the puzzle, and now we can get the Lamp of Time. And the Lamp of Time, naturally, lets us stop time, which I think the Elder is about to tell us. Don't play pranks. Okay, it's me. So you bought the Lamp of Time. It seems using that you can stop time for a little bit, but once you use it, it loses its power. You may be able to use it again when you manage to light the lamp. See, do I have a charge? I do not. So, oh, here's a charge. So these things that we've been seeing all this time that you said, Chris, look like the Nebra Sky Disk are actually chargers for the Lamp of Power. So if you stand in front of them for like a second or so, they charge your lamp, but you can only use it once and then you have to go recharge it. So we just did a lot, so I'm going to be cautious and go back to the save point, just so we don't lose a bunch of progress for me walking into a dumb trap or something. I actually want to get to the other outer wall, which I could take a shortcut there. I'll actually use one of the... Oh, actually... I can use this shortcut. I haven't really been using these, but they are handy in some situations, these teleporters. They take you to other parts of the Labyrinth of the Twin, usually the mirror across the center. So this is kind of where I was a moment ago before I backtracked for the save. In fact, that's exactly where I was a moment ago before I backtracked for the save. So here's the Little Brother's shop. I talked about this puzzle the very first session, but I wasn't able to finish it, so I'm just going to visit this guy's shop a few times. And he should tell me...
Buy some weights from him.
Sure.
Buy more weights from him?
There we go. Dear valued customer, thank you for your continued patronage at Little Brother's shop. As a sign of my gratitude, allow me to introduce a special shop to you. My big brother has a shop in the Twin Labyrinth as well. He sells many rare, one-of-a-kind items. That one also took me a very long time to solve. But the Little Brother's shop is over here, or the Big Brother shop rather, and he sells the bone.
Man, his flares are only 40 gold.
So
The previous shop had them for 50.
Let's see. Just to make sure I've touched all the zones on the outer wall, I'm going to climb up here. Hopefully I won't get stuck. I guess I can teleport back pretty quick if I do. But we might go ahead and complete this zone while we're here. We're close to completing it. Fighting our 6th boss will actually let us go through... I didn't call it out, but when I was in the Chamber of Birth, there was a gate that required six souls to go through. The twins were the sole survivors of the first child... Oh, I think I read this already. Ages ago. And that will go back up to the Mausoleum of the Giants. So we're done here, and this is backtracking, but... looks like I haven't pressed this, so let's do that. What did I get here? A ring! My inventory is really filling up now. Increase your manual skills, making better throwing weapons. Let's see, I should be able to... This says I haven't read it. At the foot of the footless Neptune, something boldly forth, and the flying feathers. Well, we already solved that. That was jumping from high onto the platform by Neptune statue. Oh, we should have solved the twins puzzle, so I can do that while I'm up here. That's good. So we fired the flares at the back, so that, or the heads of the twins on the bottom part, that made things appear at the top part here. So I will go collect those things. The first of which was... well, here's the map. That wasn't it. But now I have the map of the Labyrinth of the Twins. And you can see how it's a double-sized zone, and they connect up. And my guess is the feet where they connect is the two adjacent rooms at the bottom of the map, where the left side and the right side meet. But I don't know that for sure. I wanted to activate that dais, which is what appeared when I fired the light at the twin statue. Work my way down there. I think I actually have to use a weight to get in there. But I did just buy a bunch from the Little Brother, so that's okay.
That image on the left flickers. Is that important?
I don't know. But yes, I agree that it flickers, and I have seen it flicker before. Press this. And then I think that opens the chest to the right. It looks like I have... Oh, I haven't read that? I have not. Chant a spell to the spirit that holds the secret elixir that gives shape to the spirit. So, this seems like a clue to the end game, where I'm trying to make the spirit of the mother appear. And it indicates that I need to chant a spell and use the elixir. I think the spell is the mantra, and the elixir is the elixir of life. But I haven't solved those puzzles yet. Getting into a lot of... I'm saying that a lot tonight. We're in the endgame territory now. I think I can just climb down here. Yep, that worked out. And in here is the Ankh. Nice. So now I'm going to return to the lower part. There is a ferry near there. Maybe I'll try to snag that ferry. Because we're going to fight a mini-boss who's actually quite difficult. Actually, I'm going to do it in a way that I've never done it before. So it will be interesting.
How exciting.
And that boss is, I think his name is Abzu or Anzu or something like that. And the reason we're going to do it in a way that I haven't done it before is you're supposed to use the Lamp of Time on him, and it makes him, it like stops his powers. But I've only ever fought him without the Lamp of Time before. This is the first time ever I collected the Lamp of Time before fighting him. So we'll see what that actually does for us.
Those powers can't be that dangerous then.
They're pretty dangerous. That is a weapon fairy. I do not want a weapon fairy. I want a life fairy. That is a luck fairy. I don't want that either. That is a life fairy. The demon lord of hell, Beelzebub, he who guards the 8 souls in front of the mother. I don't want to go through that, so I'm going to go up this way. So he Abzu, the boss we're about to fight, or Anzu, or whatever his name is, he also has the power to stop time. But if you do it, he can't do it, from what I understand. So this says nothing. And this is the boss fight, so I'm going to get my Lamp of Time ready here. He's going to show up, and I'm going to just do that. And now apparently he can't do the thing. He did it anyway. So I don't know why. Well, I'll just do it the old-fashioned way, which is kind of face-tanking him with a life fairy.
Maybe you have to do it only when he does.
Or something. Oh, that time he didn't get me.
He didn't get you the second time either.
So maybe he only gets me half the time? And now I have no life fairy, so... Come on, go down.
Is it normal that his feathers stop at you like that?
There we go. Maybe not. Maybe that's what the advantage is. I'm gonna go to the surface and top off. But now that we got him down, we can make the witches appear, and then we can do the witch trick and make Baphomet appear, and we can beat Baphomet. And that will let us go through that 6 door. Take the money.
Always take the money.
Oh, I just got a life up too. What a waste.
Better that you didn't risk it, I think.
Okay, there's some place I can jump up on one of these. It might be on the other side. But anywho, here's the one of the 4-in-1 witch rooms. So I'm gonna beat these witches. The other witch did not appear, so I'm gonna teleport to the other side. There's the thing. There's life in one of these, as I remember. There's the other 4 witch puzzle. Okay, there's the one. Let me leave that one. And this says, Zoo has the face of the White King of all beasts. He imprints as the Ankh, and Periton, his name is just Zoo. And Periton brings with him blue shadows. He shall open the place of meditation. So I'm going to travel back to the other side. Definitely go looking for a life upgrade, which I'm pretty sure is there. Nice. Finally. Okay. 2 witches appear. I can leave and come back, and I should have... Or maybe I have to defeat the 2 witches. Is that right? And then the Ankh appears. Okay. I'm going to grab me a fairy, and then we'll come back and we'll fight Baphomet. This will be the last time I fight a boss, the Life Fairy. All subsequent bosses, all 2 of them, I'm going to want to use a weapon fairy for. So the fastest way is... Yeah. also in the territory of the bosses being very difficult. Come on. There we go. Oops. Come lower, please. No. Shucks. Alright, well, we're going to have to try again for Baphomet. I apologize. These bosses are quite difficult. I'm going to collect another fairy for it, though.
I don't know if the symbols in the back are relevant, but the numbers don't just go around the circle. They kind of like jump around a bit.
I wonder if that might be a pattern on where Baphomet appears.
Figure out if while it was spinning, if it was changing like the inside symbol to let you know or something, but all the symbols are the same, and his thing never changes. Well, her thing maybe. Yeah, I don't think it's relevant at all. It's just weird that it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then, if I'm not mistaken, 6, 7, 8, 5. could be 7685. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure it out.
Well, you know that kooky Baphomet. Always playing around with your expectations. Bad start to that one. Let's see how the second part goes. Just need her to stay low. Not playing along today.
Maybe use the top platforms and throw shurikens. It's not much, but it's better than nothing.
I think I would lose enough dodging trying to get up there that it might not be worth it.
That's the thing is, they clearly give you those platforms, but with the jankiness of the jumping and the speed with which Baphomet teleports, it's maybe not even useful.
That was a good one. Just need to be patient. I definitely hit that with my shield. This doesn't look like it's gonna be the one. I was playing pretty well there for a moment. Goodness. Well, take 3. This is always the price of streaming. Stuff that not necessarily hard. It's just a little bit harder enough that, or not too hard, I should say. It is hard. I ain't gonna lie. But I know that you all believe in me, so.
I think there's a couple more steps before you can use the spirit bomb, though, so I don't know how much that helps.
You can try using regular bombs.
It's true, they do a lot of damage. In fact, that's why we'll be using the weapon fairies going forward. I've never used one, so I can explain it while en route to Baphomet again. The weapon fairies just fire whatever subweapon you have equipped, and it doesn't consume ammo. Now,
That's nice.
with the shield equipped, they don't do anything, but with the bombs equipped, they're actually very, very dangerous because bombs can hit you. So you kind of have to do that cautiously. But they can help you get a lot of damage out in a short period of time, which is very, very crucial for the final two bosses. I don't know how to dodge the lightning consistently in this phase. It seems kind of random. The other things I can dodge, but I also want to stay aggressive. So I just kind of stay here until... And every once in a while I'll get hit with a lightning like that. Maybe it alternates so that I... Oh, good, I got her to the next phase already. Where's my shield? I didn't put it back on. That's why things a bit awkward. So maybe the first lightning misses and the second lightning I can avoid by backing off a little bit, if I can see it coming. Some good hits.
More of that. Spot like this is where I think a grenade would be useful, but yeah, if you're... It's awkward to do all the weapon switch and the jumping to make that happen.
Oh, I wish I was on the other side.
Just because the grass was greener over there.
That was some lovely grass. Oh, come on. Play along. We're so close.
Bomb in the face. Do it.
Oh, that's it. Nope. That was it. I mean, that's not wholly ineffective. Maybe I should be taking advantage of that more in the fight when she goes up high. I need to get a...
You haven't used subweapons much, and you haven't needed them yet. And I'm wondering if at this point you do need just the extra few points of damage that you could get from a shuriken or an earth spear or something like that.
It's a fair criticism. Chris is always telling me to use them.
Yeah.
Just because I like Mega Man. I feel like these weapons have to be useful. I wouldn't have made a game with these weapons if I didn't want you to use them.
My concern is that we've also not been doing a lot of grinding, and the prices on resupplying all these weapons are high, so I wonder if they're expecting you to use a bunch of subweapons and then spend a lot of time just farming cash.
Could be the... We can use the... I haven't done it yet, but we can use the luck fairy to get cash pretty fast if we need to. But I've been sort of routing so that... I mean, not very thoughtfully, but I've been playing to not spend any of the first pot cash we get unnecessarily, so sort of keeps us ahead of that game. Can try my new dodge strategy for phase 1.
Do you think that the first one is stand at her feet and the second one is stand off to the side?
That's my best guess, because there doesn't seem to be, like, it's such a fast thing that happens. You can't read it.
Yeah.
So you just have to know, and that's my theory is it's the first one misses and the second one doesn't. I could also probably time my first jump better for that. Alright, phase 2.
You did seem to be correct. The way I look at them is whether or not it hits her. And it was on, off, on, off.
Oh, not some bad initial hits.
Keep it up.
Oh, I can.
Good range.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's the other reason.
But then shield.
Alright, witches are down, so I can probably take a pot shot.
Do it.
Or two. We got her, but I hit myself with that
Nice.
last one.
I thought that was you dying.
I did too, honestly.
Like a lot. It's funny, like doing screen freezing.
So the adventure is continuing.
Surely is. Okay, we're gonna do a little cleanup. I'm gonna go back to the Shrine of the Mother. And I think I can place the bone now. Yeah, that thing is there. I think that just happens when you get the bone, so you can place it here. So placing the bone here, here, oh, I'm landing on something, here, will make the walls in this area disappear. So now we can get kind of everywhere. And there's a couple of useful places we can get. And I need that angel shield. Oh, it's my dad again. There he goes. Did you see him?
I saw him that time. Go get him.
Working on it. I need the last rune to get in there, but I think we're about to get it, if I remember the flow of this correctly. I couldn't read this before, so this says the land is watched over by 8 spirits. And that is probably referencing the fact that there are these 8 wedges of the bosses in this zone that we've been sporadically trying to figure out what to do with. So you notice when I come on this screen, like, this platform lowers and blocks off access to that chest over to the left there. That is kind of an annoyingly solved puzzle, and it's going to be kind of esoteric, so I'm just going to go through the motions, and after it's solved, I will explain sort of why. It's also sort of the big twist of the story.
It's not just the time lamp.
You would think. It sure seems like it should be, right?
I would think you'd need to block something in the room above it.
That's sort of right. Not really. I'm stretching. Alright. This says, the philosopher reveals the path only to the chosen one. In these depths dwells a great spirit. And that's referencing, I believe, the fact that the spirit of the mother is in this area. So there's a chest that opens that I can't access because I don't have that talisman I talked about. So I'm going back to teleport point in the Shrine of the Mother. Because there's another area to the right I can now access, or that I haven't been before. I guess I could have gotten there from the other way. I'm unnecessarily backtracking, but I haven't read that tablet, so let's read the tablet while we're there. Okay, we are born in this land. We were the seventh born. Gradually, the mother was forgotten. So I'm going to return to the surface. I'm going to just check in with the Elder briefly. So the Elder says, did you find the diary? What? The treasure chest is hidden in a place that you can't get to. I see. Your father's a smart man. He must have gotten a good handle on the traps in the ruins. Okay, got it. Let me figure something out. I'm just going to go back there. And I will go that way because it was much faster. I don't know how you're supposed to know the diary was in there. Maybe because you saw your father leaving that screen?
Seems like a stretch to me. I won't question it if it works.
But this is another one of those talk to the right character at the right time puzzles, which I dislike.
I haven't talked to Mulbert for a while. Reminds
That's
me.
true. So
The
Elder just jumped in and grabbed the pillar and lifted it up for me.
impressive of him.
And now I have my father's diary. So let's go back to the surface and see if he'll tell us what that was about.
At least let the Elder out.
Oh, so you're back, hmm? What's with that face? I told you don't need to worry about me. I'm an invincible old man. Now then, it looks like you found your father's diary. All right, I'll explain everything. We are the descendants of a race who sees the departing off. We are the seventh children of the mother. We are the ones who sent off the last race to spring forth from and thrive in these ruins, or rather, the mother. That's you, the last race, the eighth children, the humanity of present day. We are in charge of sending you all off. All of mankind and civilization were born here. Take this, the Mulana talisman. I heard that if you have this, you can get your hands on the cursed treasure. Well then, go see the four philosophers in your father's stead. You want me to repeat that? No thanks. Go meet the four philosophers. So the Elder is a member of the seventh race, and apparently they're strong enough to get crushed by a pillar and not die.
There's also a tablet that says they chose to leave.
They chose to leave the mother? Yes.
Well, they chose to leave this world. They couldn't solve the mother's problem, so they chose to leave in hopes that we could.
Yeah, so that's the big story twist. So now I can sort of connect the dots for you there, and that is that the ruins of La Mulana are actually the body of the mother. And she's a creature from outer space. She's the thing that falls to the ground in the intro. And she was unable to get back to space. But she was powerful enough to create life. So she kept creating races of people and tried to get them to restore her, to get her back into space. And none of them succeeded. And whenever a race didn't succeed, she destroyed them. So the previous 7 races were all trying to get the mother back into space and all failed. But the 7th race decided to create the 8th race, us humans, without knowledge of the mother. So they sent us away from the ruins of La Mulana so that we wouldn't be burdened with her problems any longer. But anywho, I have this talisman now, so I should be able to, by holding it, I can access the chest here. And I got a crystal skull.
Oh man, that movie.
This actually predates that movie.
Good.
But the Crystal Skull is something I can use to solve a puzzle in the Chamber of Birth that I'll need to do soon. So the other thing to wrap up, I think, is we can go to the Chamber of Extinction and turn the lights on, maybe? Maybe that's a worthwhile thing to do now. So you notice weirdly, below us, the rune sigil that I had already activated has shown up again. And that is because I hit that one wall in the Chamber of Extinction that I said would let us turn the lights on. It doesn't do that until you do that. But I can activate it again, and it makes this big light show up in the room above us. And I can go up there and light it, and now the lights are on forever. Yay! Did you say something, Chris?
I did not.
Oh, I'm hearing my echo again, I think. Anywho, so lights are on. We did the Shrine of the Mother. We can go back into the other chambers. I have the skull now, so I can get further. So I think that's the way to go. Let's go do that, which is in the Tower of the Goddess. And I think that was the path to the left, if I remember correctly. Hey, the door finally opened. Now we have a quick way back up, even though we really don't need it any longer. Because the last thing I need from the Chamber of Birth is the statue of the woman. So I can get, nope, not a weapon fairy, no. Life fairy, please. Nice. Oh, I have... Let's do some of the Lamp of Time stuff. That's something we can do. Where's a Lamp of Time? Where's a convenient Lamp of Time? There were some... It might be the best way to get it is in the Twin Rapids. We're about to pass a Lamp of Time puzzle. I think I called out two. Let me see if I can remember them. There was definitely one there. Anybody remember where we had another Lamp of Time puzzle? Oh, I do. I remember now. I don't think either of these are relevant to what we're doing immediately, but we may as well do them both while we're here. Charge up my Lamp of Time, and we'll go back to the Tower of the Goddess. Well, it definitely doesn't look like we're going to wrap up tonight. Baphomet took me a few tries. That cost us some time, but I only got 40 minutes left. And there is definitely more than 40 minutes of content going on. So let me equip this Lamp of Time, and I'll go up here and I'll immediately activate it so that I can press this switch. I guess when it runs out, yeah, there we go. That lets this ladder appear, and this lets me get into this door. And here I can buy Miracle Witch. Now I can actually choose the fairies if I figure out the right combos. That will be helpful to save a little time, actually. But I'm going to go ahead and light up the Lamp of Time again. Because there was another puzzle that we can use it for, and it's a puzzle that Chris observed because he translated the text a little early for us. And that is that it lets us see things that are too fast to see. top off on that, and we're going to go back to, let's see, how do we get where I want to be? We can do it this way. We'll go to... Do I not have... Is it the front? I don't have that save point. That's very odd. No, it is. It's the Tower of Ruin. I didn't recognize that save point. So we'll go back to the Tower of Ruin.
Or you can read that. Oh no, you haven't found enough to translate.
Nope,
that,
I need 2 more. Oh, shucks, that was a lot of money I just walked away from. I forgot I can't go down here. I have to actually jump down over here. Okay, so on this screen are like weird little flying dart fishy things. And if I stop time, they should travel slowly enough that I can see it. Well, they're going to make a liar out of me. There were none! That was wild. Maybe I waited too long. Maybe you have to do it immediately. I think there's a lamp of time here, yeah. That'll make this easier. But you have to defeat 3 of them, and then a passage opens there. And the reason you're there is you actually can kind of see them and they'll hit you. So you definitely know something weird is going on there. Got 2 of them. Come on, give me another one. Oh, 2 was enough. I thought you had to hit 3. That lets you do this. Why did I do that? What did that change? Do I even remember? Had to change something, right?
It made the doodle.
It did make the doodle. Maybe that's part of a puzzle in the area I can't get to yet. I can't think of anything else it would have affected, so I'm going to conclude that. How about that? Anyway, let's go back to the Tower of the Mother, or the Tower of the Goddess, which is what we were doing originally. I got distracted doing Lamp of Time puzzles. So we're going to go back to the Chamber of Birth and see if we can't get our hands on the Statue of the Woman. Oh good, we can top off our Lamp of Time over here. Okay, in here were a bunch of symbols. The important one was a skull, I think. I don't know how to open that chest. Oh, I do know how to open the chest. I need the statue of the woman, and I need to use it there. Anywho. There's the skull statue I need to access. I have the skull. So this zone is just a bunch of puzzles where you use items you found in other zones. In the appropriate locations marked by symbols in the background. So, for example, I want to get into that area above me to the left, which I can't get to from here, I believe, and use the serpent staff. And here it says something to the word birth. I jump again. Let's hope I don't screw this up. Because I want to start all over. There we go. This one says death, so I'm going to put the bone on there. Dragon skull. Through the teleporter. Oops. Looks like I can get back that way. If I don't screw up my jumping. So I must go through here. Sorry, there are some, like, teleporter puzzles here that I don't quite remember how to do also. Ah, okay, I see. I can probably get to the right from above here. Is that right? Probably not. I'm probably a liar. Yeah, that doesn't go anywhere. Okay. But I can get down to where the serpent staff thingy is over here. Yeah, okay. Use the serpent staff. And that moves that out of the way, and there's a teleporter, and that's where I want to go. But how do I get there? I think I get there by following the path I was following. I think this teleporter over here will now go there. That is true. Okay. So now here's where I use the chakram to behead Ashura, or whatever that was. I jump through this wall here. Oops. Take divine punishment and nearly die. This teleporter. The golden glow shall deflect this thinly stretched light. So that's a clue that the angel shield can reflect the laser beam. Oh, I can actually complete... That's where the third puzzle was. I can complete the thing in the Chamber of Illusion, or whatever it's called, the Gate of Illusion. Boy, I sure don't have a lot of life. I'm sure everything will be fine. I do need to examine this statue. That's the one that I needed to examine. Okay, the crystal skull suppresses Tiamat's powers. It recalls the dimension in which Tiamat resides. So that's a clue indicating that I need the crystal skull to find where Tiamat is. Alright, I did move that block out of the way. So that block actually moved to that column that I was trying to knock down earlier. And this is not something I can read yet. There is a teleporter here, but I think it just loops backwards. Yeah, and I can't get down from here yet. Am I somewhere useful here? Doesn't seem like.
You should go heal.
I will momentarily. Yeah, that just took me back. Okay, I will go heal.
Also visit the Elder.
I will do that too.
Sometime.
And we will then go wrap up the Chamber of, or the Gate of Illusion. Elder says, our race has continued to protect the ruins, following the teachings of the four philosophers that sleep within the ruins. The four philosophers realized the mother's wish to return to the skies was not possible. Instead, they hoped to give her a peaceful death. This is the conclusion that we, the seventh children, at last settled on. It's sad, but we gotta entrust this task to you, the eighth children. I guess it just goes to show that children will someday leave their parents. Your father was after the mother's crystallized spirit, the secret treasure of life. I hope that you can attain it in your father's stead. Jewish children again? Nah. Gate of Illusion. This is the wrong way. So now that we have the Lamp of the Time, we can complete the child statue puzzle. Which is that we need to break all of the pots that he's holding at the same time. So let me see, I should make sure I'm ready to do that. I think this is a good angle to start from, so I go like this. Okay, child puzzle solved. Now let's see if we can beat that bat again. Bird. Bird. Bat? It's a bird.
Bird.
Looks like a bat. Oh. Proud of me, Chris? I'm using my weapons.
I am so proud of you, I can't even explain it.
Only shooting one feather now. That's different.
Okay, so we solved the 3 puzzles of the fairy who guards the secret of life. I'll talk to her one last time. She says, "Thank you, guest. My job here is finished. This place gives birth to evil life under orders of the 4 philosophers. When it begins to move again, life shall be taken from the mother. Go now, use the Cog of Souls. I will go ahead of you to the heavens." Now she became a tablet. Let's read the tablet. The words Cog of Souls are written beneath the circular carving. So I now have the Cog of the Soul. And I will use it to activate this device that will start creating life. So now I can go back to the other Chamber of Birth location and solve a couple of puzzles there. I'm going to go to the surface top off first.
Would you say the Cog of the Soul is creating 6 children?
Yes, the first children that were created were the 6th children. Those clay people are the 6th children.
Okay.
the race of fairies were the 5th children that learned how to create the 6th children. Oh, that's weird. I thought we beat enough bosses. That must be a 7. This must be the 7th zone. I'm saying 6 all this time. That is incorrect. So this is where I can have the children press that, or the clay people press that platform for me if I can get them over there. Nope, that was not right.
They chase.
They kind of wander aimlessly. Somebody come up here. Isn't that an appealing place to be? Don't you want to be up here? Look at that. Cool stuff. There we go. Now just stay up there.
Don't teleport away when you're 3 feet away from it.
Hey! So I'll get the perfume. Oh, my inventory's almost full. I can defeat skeletons in 1 blow.
That's a weird power for perfume.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that why people normally wear perfume?
Yeah, it's same as modern version, right? Okay, I think I did a thing. I think I should be able to knock this down now. But again, I don't know how to do it.
Touch it from the top?
I think you should go above it and stab down.
It falls when you jump at it, but there might be other pieces to it.
Keep hitting it top and side, back and forth.
Just earlier when you walked across the platform above it, it dusted.
Yeah, it does make a funny noise when you do that.
It does a few times when you touch it from the side, but then it stops reacting, and then it does a few times when you touch it from the top, but then it stops reacting. So I think just alternate.
Yeah, I've done that for literally forever, though.
Oh, you're still doing it now.
I am. I don't know the proper solution. I just know that at some point that falls down, and I need it to fall. And I don't think it has to do with the elephants jumping either. Maybe I have to leave and come back a few times. Oops. Cog of Souls. What is this thing?
Shannon thinks you should attack all the blue faces on the walls.
Attack the blue faces. Like, I could anger them, that's true. This blue face is not really there. This blue face is not there. And it looks like none of these faces are actually here.
Never mind.
Or maybe I have to jump at it when one of the dudes is walking over it. Nah, I've done this without the dudes turned on even. It doesn't seem to be reacting at all now, does it? Oh, there it goes.
Well, here's your chance to test the dude theory. Nope, never mind.
What the heck is the... What is the key here? What do I not understand about this?
Have you tried bombing it?
Yeah. There's no bomb. I only have one bomb. Whoops. Didn't do that very well.
Maybe the background thing that's spinning or shooting at you, get it to shoot the weak spots. No, the shots just passed right through it.
So what was the other thing? I got the Cog of Souls, which I can use in the other side. So let's go do that. How's our time looking? We got 15 minutes. So I will go do that, which is something I can get from the Tower Goddess. We'll be refined and take the elevator this time. That's a weapon fairy. I don't even care. Oh, I didn't get it. Oh, I did get it. So like I could put on like Shuriken and she just chucks them over and over. Oops, this is not the right way to go. Can I get out from here? Oh yeah. Whoops, and she's got divine punishment for me. Thanks, lady. Alright, so there's where I use the Cog of Souls. Have I been in that zone? Can I get to that zone? I get there by climbing up.
There's the save pillar next to it.
I don't have the Statue of the Woman, so I can't open that chest yet. I'm going here. This is where you get the Ankh for the zone. Oh, but I can't afford it. Oops. That's the path to it. Which I get to there. How do I get there? I teleport there, and I teleport there doing what? Statue of the woman there, which I don't have still, but I need to solve that puzzle to get it. If I go the normal way here... Oh, that gets me there. That's what I didn't do. Aha! Oh. What did I hit there? It acted like there was a wall. Is that the wall I moved, maybe?
You whipped to the elephant statue, and that's what got you the divine punishment. Or were you talking about something else?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out. So this is just gonna... The Tree of Life is a source of all life. The clay dolls become human. Oh!
Well,
I sure wish I touched that save point, which is where I'm trying to get.
And you're sure that toppling that statue doesn't have anything to do with elephants jumping?
No, not 100% sure.
Because I mean, the elephants do shake the level when they
Oh
jump.
yeah. No, I get it. I've spent a lot of time trying to get the elephants to jump and stuff to do something interesting with that statue. Yes, this is the right way. It definitely could, but I think I've gotten it when all the elephants on the screen have been dead. That doesn't mean they didn't do something when they were alive that was useful. That sort of tripped it.
That's your last wait.
Oh boy, that's exciting. Let's touch this save point. The Chamber of Birth. Now we can teleport here. How lovely. I'll go ahead and use the Cog of Souls here, which makes that platform move. What did that get me?
It allows you to climb up. It was over top of the ladder before. So you should be able to climb up to the left of it now.
Oh, there's a Cog of Souls up there too. Okay, I see. There we go. But I will return to the surface to get some weights. It was 150 for that Ankh, or the jewel?
Correct.
It was.
Alright, well I'm going to top off here and I will quickly see if opening that passage in the Chamber of Birth got us anything. But then we're probably close to wrapping up for the evening. Thankfully it was right by the save point here. Where does this go and why? Aha, there's another teleporter. Exactly where I want to be. So that gets that moving. Ooh, this is good stuff. Good stuff. I don't think I can get down from here. No, I can. There's a trapdoor. I thought I could get up in here now. I guess not. Well, that's okay. I'm just going to complete the loop to that moving platform, which I can get past now, and that should get me to the boss, the mini-boss of this zone. I think we can quickly wrap that up. Yeah, this zone does require a lot of weights. This way, that's the boss. Okay. Oops. It says, deep within the large wall, Palanque sleeps. Take the golden key in hand and challenge Palanque. Where is the boss? Oops. Don't put that. Why isn't he here? Huge mural depicting the Tree of Life. The other way I could go is down. Where does this get me? Nowhere. I've been here already. Why isn't the boss around? That's strange. I seem to have missed something. I feel like it's the other side of that, the place that I was whipping just a moment ago, which I would need the goddess statue. So I think we're just down to knocking that pillar over. And I will go and look at it one more time, and then we will maybe conclude for the night. Help me solve the puzzle I don't know how to solve, that I have already solved.
Face roll forever.
It said something about taking golden key in hand. I mean, you have to actually do something in there?
So that's the golden key is actually, I know I have an object that looks like a golden key, but it's referring to something else. It's referring to I think they call it, it's called a planchette? No, that's not the right term. But anyway, there's a key that activates the ship, which I will get from that boss that appears in that room once I get the boss to appear. But in order to do that, I think I have to collect the woman statue, which I get on the other side of this pillar, if I can figure out how to move the pillar. If I remember my order of things correctly. How the heck did I knock it down? I've been in this exact spot a lot. I get here and I'm like, how did I knock it down? And then it doesn't knock down.
I think you should try to whip up through the floor when the elephant walks above it.
Okay. Up through the floor when an elephant walks above the statue.
Yeah, which you had the chance to do, but now who knows when it'll happen again. Because you need to make the elephant jump on top of it. I mean, I know you said you tried
the elephant only jumps when I'm near and there's room overhead. So to get an elephant to jump, I have to be near him.
I thought it jumped when you hit him, but okay. That's probably easier then.
So, like, the conclusion of this puzzle is, like, I jump, like, kind of in the midpoint of this column like I am. Like, that's why I keep repeating that motion, and the thing just topples over and crashes through the wall to the right. So that's why I keep kind of doing that. But I'm clearly missing something.
So after you walk over it like that, now attack the middle and not the, well, don't attack the middle. Jump at the middle instead of the top. You're saying that you hit the middle and it falls over. I thought maybe you'd prime it by walking on top of it.
Make anything of these sort of brown, what would we call that, support beams or something in the background?
I did notice there are a bunch of very odd angles and stuff, but they don't seem to point to anything and you can't interact with them. I was thinking of, like, if you could blow up one of the other supports and it would weaken something maybe. going through my previous notes, but I don't see any hints about knocking over a pillar or faces or anything.
On the top left, is that a trap door that you fall through to get in here?
Maybe.
Yep, it is, okay.
I wouldn't call that a trap door, but yes.
It's an entry point.
That is how we initially did that. Maybe I've been accidentally, here, let me do the thing up here to prime it. Maybe I've been accidentally pushing off of it. That doesn't seem to be doing anything. I think the horror point's not even making noise anymore.
I don't think the blue one ever did anything for you, did it?
Maybe hang on it for a second with that claw. That seems promising, putting your weight on the side of it. Okay.
We did it!
Yay.
The thing, you know.
Talk to every skeleton.
I don't think any of these are actual skeletons. That's true. Alright. We're gonna push this. That's gonna start the ceiling falling, but one of these is a weight that will let us out.
See, I thought the clue meant get crushed by the needles.
Oh, wait, the thing's down. Why didn't that open? Do I have to leave and come back? Now it's open. Huh. Weird. Oh gosh. Well, that's a good conclusion. We randomly solved a puzzle that I didn't know how to solve. But now we have the statue of the woman. And we will do lots of fun stuff that is not appropriate sounding, but not how I meant it. We will do lots of fun stuff with her next week.
Fantastic. I can imagine the possibilities.
So just so I don't forget, I will top off my health and my weights. And while I'm sitting here, any questions before we conclude for the night? I'm absolutely certain we'll wrap up next week. I mean, just look at my inventory. It's all full of all the stuff. We have 2 bosses to fight, and they're tough bosses, but those should only be our hang-up, and now it's just a matter of sort of going everywhere and using the last items that we've used. The woman statue will actually let us get the ocarina, so that'll be nice.
Only pregnant women can hear ocarinas.
That's true.
Except for there are some witches that if you come play them, they'll respond to your ocarina. Does that mean they're pregnant?
Could be. I mean...
Must be.
Yeah, it's at the La Mulana pregnancy test.
Can you hear this ocarina?
Alright, so I'm going to make a new save because, once again, I don't think it's relevant, but we're doing a before and after Flood the Tower save. And that was week 4.
Alright.
So we'll see you all next week for the exciting conclusion, by which we mean we'll probably get to the point where Ian is stuck, and then we'll all be stuck, and we'll see what happens then.
Have you tried just hanging off a wall?
But apparently not enough. I'm curious. I'm almost curious. I'm not convinced that's what solved that puzzle, but now I kind of want to redo it, just hanging on the wall, and see if that solves everything.
I am absolutely certain that hanging
You're
on the wall
certain
solved that puzzle.
that's what did it? Yeah.
I'm sure that's what did it too.
Oh man. I wonder how
I just have no idea how
screwed up
you
so
would have
much
done it
more.
without doing that.
It felt like I just jumped at the wall. And eventually it worked. Like maybe there's an amount you need to be there, and I was just on the wall in little bits over and over and over.
Yep.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for solving that puzzle with me, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
All right. Bye.